Black women, this is your time. Again, black women, this is your time, especially if you're a college educated black woman, but black women in general. So many black women are beating the odds and are traveling around the world and living abroad. Don't let your haters make you believe that you can't live your best life, okay? That your fate is to just be stuck in America and not go anywhere. It doesn't have to be this way at all. And many black women are not just living in America. Don't let no man tell you this, that you can't live your best life, that you can't live your best life in the United States or outside of the US. So many black women, again, are traveling outside of this country and finding love outside of this country and better paying jobs. Don't think you can't thrive in other lands. Many black women are spreading the news and have amazing experiences outside of this country. Some even say that they're being treated better. Now, don't get me wrong, you can always have some ignorance, but a lot of black women are going to a particular region in droves, okay? And there's already black women that live there who are native to the land, the region. They're just speaking a different language. So one place black women are traveling to in droves is a Middle Eastern country. In fact, most of the teachers in this area are black women. And that is Abu Dhabi, which is a part of the United Arab Emirates. Abu Dhabi is next to Dubai. And I'm mostly going to talk about Abu Dhabi in this video, but you can include the Dubai area as well, the United Arab Emirates. Now, Dubai is well known to everybody. So many people want to go there. Okay, in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, the whole UAE area has transformed from a desert and now is considered the Las Vegas of the Middle East in just 47 years. Black women from around the globe are flocking to Abu Dhabi. They're from the Caribbean, Africa, Europe, and the United States. The UAE is known for their underwater restaurants and their architecture and their, luxury living. I would love to go there. I would really love to go to this place, but it's too hot. The temperatures can reach over 100 degrees. One lady said it can reach like close to 90 degrees at night, but people are still going there and they're living wonderful lives there. In fact, there are people there who they have summer homes in London. They leave the UAE, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai in the summertime, and they go to London like this woman here I'm showing you. She married this man. He's very well off. She lives in Dubai, living the damn life. I follow her on Instagram, and she also has a home in London. And it's not uncommon whatsoever. So many black women are going there. A lot of them are going there for their careers. They say that the salaries are just unmatched. And once again, you have black women from all over the world going there. Now, I was kind of surprised to hear about this at first, but I'm not going to lie. I have heard some horror stories of black African maids in Saudi Arabia and some of these Middle Eastern countries getting treated like crap and abuse of maids and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest, there is a difference how American black people and African black people can get treated in certain regions. Being an American holds weight in certain countries. That's why I mentioned in one of my videos, some black women are unaware of the privilege that they have being attached to this country, because everybody is trying to come to America. When you go other places, you are seen as American first. I'm not saying that some people don't face racism. That can happen. But, I'm reading it, and some of these black women are saying they're living incredible lives in the Middle East. A lot of the black women there are teachers. As they said, the majority of the teachers there are black women teaching English, nurses, doctors, journalists, women in advertising, computer tech, and much more. What I want y'all to do is go in my description box, and I will have the link to the black women who are either traveled there or are currently living there in Abu Dhabi and maybe Dubai. living their best lives, and you can check it out. You can check out their Instagram, and there will be more in the description box, the links to my sources about all of this. Okay, now Abu Dhabi is a part of the UAE again, and there was one black woman living there, and this is what she had to say. Some things I'm going to skip over some. One of them was African Americans or Black Americans are treated better. She said 80% of the people there are people of color. Now, of course, we know people of color can be racist too, but she's, it's not uncommon for somebody to look like you. They're just speaking a different language, and 80% of the people there are people of color. The second thing she said is that yes, people from European countries are kind of number one on the list. You know how everybody praises somebody for being American, like, wow, you're American. Well, they might say, oh, wow, you're from Europe, above being American. But being American still holds weight. Now, she also said the Arab men are very charming, respectful, and they might call you habibi. And I have heard of habibi before, and that could mean my darling. And I also heard that can mean my love. But she says the Arab men will call you habibi. They have no lunch hour. They will have 3-hour meals with people, friends and family. Everybody texts and they don't call. Even government officials. Majority of people are text messaging as their way of communication. Okay, another thing. There are no addresses or mailboxes. They deliver it by the landmarks, and that's one thing I don't like to hear. I want a mailbox. I need a mailbox. I need a zip code. But people still manage to get their mail. Okay? Another black woman from Abu Dhabi says that life is very similar to the US, living there. Not all Arab countries are oppressive as hell to women. In fact, in Saudi Arabia about last year, they finally decided to let women drive, but they had other rights before that. So the UAE can be pretty liberal. And she says that she goes shopping, she goes partying, she travels, and she does this without having to be accompanied by a man. Because in some of those regions, you have to have a man with you. But here, she says she doesn't have to have a man. Every night is ladies' night at the club. You get free drinks and everything like that. Now, I did hear in Dubai, there are certain parts where alcohol is not allowed. You can't have alcohol out there and stuff. But in certain spots, they do have alcohol. If you're going to a club and stuff like that, they'll have it. But it's just not all over the place. She said that women have important government positions there. And most men, whether they're native to the region or they're expat, they treated her very kind. As a black woman, they treated her with respect. And she says they also have, at their grocery stores, a lot of stuff is imported from the United States and other countries. So if you're a black woman and you love your soul food, well, they have collard greens, they have Jiffy cornbread mix, they even have Just For Me relaxers if you're looking for those things. And of course, we're going to talk about the hair salons. Yes, there are hair salons that cater to black women, being that there already are black women or women of black descent who already live there. There's hair salons where you can get braids, box braids, twist, relaxers, a Brazilian blowout, a sew-in, a wig, whatever you're looking for. They have it there. So that's one great thing, because anywhere I live, if I were to move outside this country, I need to have a salon somewhere where I know I can get my hair done. So it's great to know that they have that. She says one of the great things about being there is that you're not being stopped and frisked. But when has that really happened to black women like that? That might happen to some black men. But she's just making the point where you being black is not an issue. She's not insulted for her skin color. And again, her nationality comes before her race. They're like, okay, she gets some privileges because she's an American. She's an American. Now, everything is not always rosy. We all know that. In the article, one woman did mention that, because there are some African women I think Nigerian. I'm not 100% sure, but I have heard this, that some African women are prostituting in Dubai and other Middle Eastern regions. So sometimes, not a lot of men, but you can run across a man who might think, okay, she might be a prostitute, you know, because that's the main women that they know or see doing the prostitution. Now, does this happen to all the black women living there? No, it's not. But, you know, it's just not everything is always 100% perfect. But from what I'm hearing from these women, they're living their damn lives and they're very happy there. So, also, one thing she mentioned was that one person greeted her saying, "What's up, my nigga?" At the school or something, because they thought that that was normal. You know, I'm not trying to bring black men into everything, but black men have really fucked up their image. You know, they get mad about the stereotypes, but they were the ones promoting the shit. So the N-word is very popular worldwide. And our image has been dragged to hell as well. But we're fighting those stereotypes and breaking boundaries and so much more. But she says she just corrected him. But that's not something that happened to her like all the time. But that was one instance of something that happened to her. Okay. Does she have to cover up in the hijab and the abaya? No, she doesn't have to cover her hair up and everything like that unless she's going to a mosque. Now, if you go to the mall, they might have certain rules where they might say no shoulders out, nothing above the knee, because the men will stare because they're not used to seeing such skin. But in some places, that's perfectly fine. I've seen black women and other races of women wearing mini dresses and everything in Dubai at the clubs, the nightlife. So it just depends on where you're at. She said that yes, sometimes you can wear tank tops and short shorts. That's acceptable some places that you go. Okay, so also traveling from the UAE to a different spot can be very cheap. This woman spent $1.68 to go to the Philippines from the UAE. $1.68. I've never heard of anything like that in my life. But she said, yes, it was that cheap. And even to certain other spots, it was only 84 cents. 84 cents. So back to the money. The teachers, again, are largely black women coming from all over and America. And she says that the salary depends on your position and your credentials, and the salaries they differ. But one thing's for certain is that they're getting paid. Okay. One woman said that in Abu Dhabi, some Emiratis, I think those are people native to the land, but who went to school to be teachers, was earning $13,600 US dollars a month as a teacher. And the men were making $19,000 a month US dollars. That's a hell of a lot of money. But she said to them in that region, that's not a lot of money, because these people in Dubai and stuff like that, they got money. These are not broke ass people. So for them, that ain't nothing. But to us, oh, that's a lot of fucking money. $13,600 a month is what you're going to pay me just to teach English? Oh, I will be there and I will do it. That's some money. Now, when it comes to the rent, she said the rent can be kind of high, but outside of the Abu Dhabi city, it can be cheaper. A 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom might cost you $3,400 a month. But some of your jobs will provide housing allowances to cover your rent or provide you housing altogether, and you just pay for the utilities. Gas is very cheap, and some of the clothing can be very cheap. So as you can see, more black women are fearless. You know, there are a lot of black people who are afraid to travel. You have some black people who have never even gone to their other side of town. My mom had met somebody like that. When we were living in Virginia, we went to the south side, east side, west side. North side is a little bad. We didn't really travel there that much. But we are not afraid to go and venture out. And I just I think more black people should travel. Don't be afraid to go places. You know, don't worry about, well, I can't leave my family behind. Oh, I got a boyfriend, I can't leave him. Look, this is your life. You have to live your life for you. It's not their life. Don't put yourself in a box and don't say, I can't go nowhere because I this and that. No, if you have the money and you want to go somewhere, go ahead and go. Just be safe and be careful. Now, I know that in some of y'all minds, you might be wondering, well, what are the romantic things that's happening to black women out there with some of these men? Well, I know that many black women are finding love outside of the U.S. I see them on YouTube all the time with their men. But we're talking about the Middle East. Now, I'm sure some black women go out on dates, but like I said before, if you're not going to convert to the man's religion, you're going to have an issue. Now, some of the Arab men will date a Christian woman. Some of them say they don't mind it. Now, I know one black woman, because some people don't believe these relationships even happen. I know one black woman that I talked to on Instagram. I can't mention her name. She lives in Dubai, between Dubai, and I think she's from Detroit, but she goes back and forth. She showed me the picture of her man. I think they're either married or they're going to get married. He is an Arab man from Dubai, and he's fucking loaded. And she shows me the pictures. She's always in Dubai, living her best life. She don't give a damn. And she even, well, she showed me some pictures of some of the single Arab male friends that she has over there, or friends of her man's who have money, and they're looking for wives. And she showed them my picture, and two of them were interested in me. But I'm not gonna lie, I chickened out. I chickened out because I thought, well, I don't know if I'm gonna convert to being Muslim, or, oh, I don't know, would I actually travel to Dubai? I'm hearing some of these stories of craziness that might be happening to some women. I got scared and I chickened out about even talking to them. But it's happening. It is happening for some black women. And I did hear one African woman, she's on YouTube, saying, oh, Arab men in Dubai, they don't date black women. Not all African women don't have no hair, but she doesn't have any hair on her head. She doesn't wear that much makeup. She's not something that men would really be looking at. So just because she can't get no man doesn't mean that's the story for every fucking black woman. Do all black women look like that? No. So does that mean we're all going to have an issue getting a man out there? No. But there are African women that I also saw on YouTube who are living in Dubai, and they have husbands and they are dating Arab men. So I know that don't apply to every single African woman. So just don't be afraid. You know, black women are doing the damn thing, like I said. And if you have your bachelor's degree, or maybe an associate's, but I know having a bachelor's, and you can teach English. You can travel the world, and you can experience what it feels like to have a little bit of luxury living out in Dubai or Abu Dhabi or the UAE and live your best life. One woman said her ass ain't even coming back. She said, I am not coming back. And I don't blame her. So black woman, if you have your bachelor's or you're into computers, you know, go on and travel. I remember looking at something about apartments in Belize. The apartments were, what, $300 a month to live out in Belize. Don't be afraid to travel. You don't have to just be bound and stay stuck to America. You can travel the world and live your best life. And that's what these women are doing. Countless black women are leaving the United States and living their best life. They're getting this money. They're finding love. So that's all for this video, y'all. What do you think? Are any of you, answer this question, what do you think about the black women traveling? What do you think about being a teacher? Do any of you have your bachelor's? Have you ever thought about teaching English outside of the country? Have you ever done it? Are you afraid of going to the Middle East? What kind of things have you heard that scares you? Or are you not afraid? Would you ever talk to a man maybe out in Dubai or the UAE? And are you a part of any black women's travel group? Just share your experiences, and I just want to hear your thoughts about this video. Again, check the description box where there's much more in there. Peace, everybody.